Why are we, and what is the basic idea behind ento-connect? I think the today's challenge is that there is, I think, a lot of information floating around, and this is a hot topic in the press. I have seen some development. If I take a look in Germany, initially very hyped in the press, a new source of proteins. In the last couple of weeks, there have been as well some critical voices coming up and concerns. So, and I think the industry is still evolving. Evolving from a regulatory side. I think Heinrich can tell a lot about, because that's where EPIF is as well focusing on, to get the permissions and the regulator to understand what insects are and that they are good for to use in animal and human food. But there is still a learning curve to go through, I would say so. So you see a lot of startups, and on the one side, small startups, and you see a lot, and some big startups. But overall, I think it's still a bet on profitability and long-term success of the industry. I think a big challenge as well is, and especially when we talk to customers, on the one side, I think we are quite easy to calculate the costs to build an insect farm, but that is not enough. You need to understand as well the markets and the pricing to sell the products. And here, I think there is not too much transparency on the market pricing. And what I experienced and what we experienced as well is knowledge sharing can be improved, and we can see that people who are today's presenters are very open and willingness to share their expertise. And I think we can create value if we, instead of competing and everybody working in his own silo, that we can actually share forces, share knowledge, and get faster on track to the best of everybody. And last and not least, I think as well, to make everything successful, I think we need to have some certain quality standards and a certain, let's say, stability in the quality, because if we target large food producers, animal feed producers, they will ask for large quantities on a regular basis, and of course on a consistent quality. So I think that is another focus we need to take a look at. So that's let's say the background, and that's where we come from. As I said, we are a startup. We have founded in 2022 with Arthur Kühl and myself being the managing directors. And what we want to be a B2B platform. So we are not targeting the consumers, and we want to focus on business. So our focus is clearly on the professionals in the insect industry, and which is very important. We are not talking about just farms, rearing, and things like that. We want to cover the whole end-to-end process. So our view and our scope is starting from the downstreams, substrate producers who can provide substrates to the insect farms. We talk about reproduction, we talk about rearing, we talk about processing of the insects, and we talk about as well, of course, the end markets, meaning from pet food to animal feed or human food. So we want to get all those players to join forces on the network and get linked together so we can create some momentum. And I think as well, one important factor is to make everything sustainable. It does not make sense to transport a lot of stuff across the world. So that means as well that we need to get the players as well regionally together, so they can build end-to-end processes and without low, let's say, environmental impact and footprint. Our goal is, first of all, that we will provide the technical platform, and I will just talk about that later on, to maintain this community. And very important for everybody, we are not a two-man show. Our goal is not to be always on ourselves. We are open. We are an open platform. That means not only open in the sense that people can participate, but as well open in the future if we have some strong players who want to be partner, who want to be either partner or even a shareholder in the company. We are open to those people, and so we get more momentum, we get more strength and more power to transmit it. Midterm, our vision is actually not only being a social network, but as well to provide technical products, services, and solutions. Amongst those are marketplaces or tools that can be used, and we already have one tool now planned, some calculators which helps you to calculate some quantities and costs and things like that. So we will be going forward. Another goal would be solution architectures. What do I mean with solution architectures? These are, let's say, instead of reinventing the wheel, is developing with our partners solutions that you can just plug and play depending on the size of the farm you have and on the insect species, so you can move forward. So that's basically our mission. And I briefly talk about our new website. We have a website running since September, and maybe some of you are already registered in the website. But we are doing currently a major overhaul of the website, and this is just a glimpse how it will look like. It will be really like, I would say, a LinkedIn for the insect industry. So you can connect with other players on the platform. You can register your company. There will be an industry map showing which company is located where and which is the focus. There will be a section which talks about events and webinars. So if you have planned an event, a webinar, let us know and we will bring it up so you get a bigger reach. And then, of course, we will have a forum where people can discuss on various topics and share expertise and so on. And then we will have a member-only area, which is more or less anything on value-added content, whether these are trainings, webinar recordings, white papers, or tools. So what's in it for you? You can connect. You can contribute and share. You can learn and leverage, meaning basically get expertise from others. You can find customers. You can find business partners. As I said, we go across the whole value chain and hopefully accelerate your business and be successful. So where are we? The platform, we are more or less, as we say in Germany, on the ramp to load. So if everything goes right, we will be live next week by the end of the week with some major testing, and we will inform you as soon as we are live, so you can get on the web on the platform and register yourself. Of course, you can already register on the existing platform. All the profiles will be moved to the new platform, so nothing is going to be lost. You don't have to wait. And then, of course, I think we need to get everything living, and that means we need you to post, to connect, and get some breath and fresh air in the platform, so it grows and gets momentum. You can, as well, as we had a section, or we'll plan to have a section on industry news. So if you have important news, which you think which is really important for everybody, let us know. In parallel, of course, you can post on your own timeline any interesting news, like, from LinkedIn and so on. And if you have anything important which can help others to grow or better understand white papers, tools, and things like that, you are free to share it. Just make sure you have the IP and we can post it without any problems. And last and not least, we need some more muscle. To be honest, people who can spend at least a little bit of time to be a moderator on our forums, I would be really, really happy. if you volunteer, either if you are an expert on certain topics, meaning, as I said, insect species, biology, processing, things like that, or, and this is one of our key goals, as we said, we want to be global. We want to have people, and we are looking for people in the various continents and countries. Currently, we have a strong focus in Europe, and we need to have a stronger focus in the Americas, in Africa, in Asia Pacific. So it would be really great if we have some ambassadors, people who want to join forces and work more closely with us and become, let's say, a closer member of the team. And you will find the contact information at the end of the presentation. So if you're interested, I would be really, really, really happy if you join the team.